a toilet roll or a small foam roller, or just you can just modify as we go along and make do. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Let's get us this evening. Hello, Sandy. Hi, Lisa. What did you say?
Are you cold enough?
Oh my gosh, and apparently tomorrow's summer.
No complaints there.
I know, right? It looks like everybody online tonight is a My Pilates client. Oh. Hello, everybody, and welcome this evening. So happy and proud to see you all joining and taking part and showing up. Let's make sure our microphones are muted. Video on or off optional. And let's get ready to medicine move. So good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome to My Pilates Online. My name is Sabrina, and I'll be taking you through your intermediate/advanced Pilates workout this evening. For all of you those online doing the class with me live, woohoo! So proud of you all showing up. We've got the crew together. Yes. So we're going to be using the small ball this evening. If you don't have a small ball, you can use a pillow, you can use a toilet roll, foam roller, something to squeeze, something fairly soft. Otherwise, just modify the exercise without the apparatus. Let's just make sure all those microphones are muted as we get ready to begin. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. Alrighty. So starting with a little bit of a warm-up flow, we're going to just put the ball down to begin and get the body moving, and then we'll pick up the ball as we progress. Standing at the top of your mat, I just want you to open up the toes, bending the knees gently, just wiggling and equally pressing your weight through your feet. Tucking in your pelvic floor and finding the length through your spine. Lengthening your tailbone down, opening up your chest, opening up your collarbones nice and wide. Placing your arms alongside your hips and legs in alignment with your body as you stand up nice and tall. Feel yourself stretching out the back of your neck, and let's take a deep inhale through the nose. I want you to squeeze your glutes and draw the inhale up from the base of your spine all the way through the mid to the top. Hold that inhale at the crown center. And exhale, relax out your mouth. Again, deep inhale, pinching your glutes, drawing that inhale right up from the base, channel it up. Hold the inhale at the top of the crown and let the energy just build as you expand through your cage. And exhale, release. One more time, inhale, tucking in. Expand wide, all the way up, through the back of the neck, hold it at the crown of the head. And exhale, relax. Nodding your chin and rolling down gently through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Release head, neck, and shoulders, soften, hang as you separate your upper and lower body parts. And then take a deep inhale, rolling your spine back up, scooping in through your pelvic floor, lengthening your tailbone back down, and lifting your sternum and breastbone up wide. This time we circle the arms back. Open the chest, inhale wide and full, bring the air in, not the chin. Stop the roll down as you exhale. Soft knees, inhale, lift your chest up halfway into a flat back. Pull your shoulders back, extending the upper back and feeling that activation. Stretch out the back of your leg, squeezing those shoulder blades. Exhale, release them, drop down, allow your belly to lay on your legs. Take a step back or a little jump into the plank position. Just hold plank position. Look at your hands, open the fingertips, square your shoulders over your wrists, and just start rocking up and down through the toes, through the feet. Feel that you're not sinking between your shoulder blades and that you're pressing the chest up away from the mat. See if you have an ability to roll right past the toes, over the toes. Good. And then just center yourself, holding that plank, shoulders over your wrist. You're going to very slowly drop your body down as one flat body. Chest and pelvis lands at the same time. Flatten the feet. Soften the shoulders, knock them down the spine as you lift your chest up. Lift your chest up as far as feels good in your spine this evening, but keep your abdominal tight for support. Shoulders knocking down your spine, stretch the back of the neck rather than jamming. Take a deep breath in as you lift a bit higher, and then exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Tucking your toes, we lift up into upside down V. Adjust your position, trying to get flat feet. Align your ears with your arms. Allow your knees to bend if you need extra range in the spine. And once the back is flat and flicking that tailbone up, you can try and stretch out the legs, bringing in that hamstring stretch. Feel your shoulder blades wrapping down your spine and around your ribs as they secure in this position. Open up your fingertips, equally pressing your weight through your hands. And then bend your knees slightly, swaying back. You're going to take one little jump or a step to your hands. Inhale, lifting the chest up into that flat back position again. Pull your shoulder blades back, sticking your bum out. Lengthen the back of the neck. Find that activation in the upper spine, really pulling the shoulders back. Exhale, release it. Rib cage onto your thighs. Let the neck go. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, roll up through your spine, one vertebra at a time. Lengthen tailbone down. Lift up the chest. Open those shoulders. Good. And just roll those shoulders up. Beautiful. Inhale, circle the arms up. Interlace the fingers overhead. And exhale to the side stretch. Pulling the hand and arm over the ear. Take a deep breath into that side body. Exhale, lift it back up. Drop into those shoulders and over to the other side. Inhale. Oh, I just got a nice click there. And exhale, lift yourself up. Release the hands and lower the arms down. Lovely, everybody. All right, let's get the ball or the cushion or the roll or the pillow, whatever you're going to use to place in between your knees. We're going to do a little bit of footwork, but remember, if you don't have a prop, you can do this without, it's okay. It's just nice to have that extra feedback and assistance when you're using some extra goodies. Okay, so we're going to take that ball, we're going to place it in between the knees, all right? Just there. Alright, so standing up nice and tall, gather your pelvic floor connection, and we're just going to hinge back at the hips, sitting on that imaginary chair, and exhale, power back up. Inhale, exhale. If you want to bring intensity to the movement, then just squeeze into that ball a little bit deeper. Sit back with the hips a little bit more, if your knees will allow you. And try to keep a nice flat back rather than sitting back and dropping down around. Okay? You want to stick the bum out and let that imaginary marble roll down your spine. 2 more. Hold this last one here. Sit on that imaginary tree and squeeze that ball. Squeeze it to your max. Relax those shoulders. 10 pulses, squeezing even tighter. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that squeeze on number 1. Tuck your pelvic floor in a little bit deeper. Lengthen your tailbone down a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Power it up on 1. Woo! Feeling yourself come alive. Open those toes. Lift up the heels. Find the balance. So just a gentle calf raise here. Don't worry about your height. Think more of your balance and your control and how you're placing your weight through your feet, center and outside. We drop the heels, we lift up again. Challenge yourself to squeeze into your ball with every heel raise that you do. Notice what happens through your toes. Are you losing connection in 1 or 2 toes? Can you imprint them all into the mat? Can you maintain the way you balance your weight through your feet? Waking up the muscles around ankles, lower legs, and the feet. 3 more. Last one, hold the heel raise. Maintaining this balance, tucking the pelvic floor. Challenge yourself to sit back on that imaginary chair while keeping the heels lifted. Keeping connection to your ball. Anchor the big toe. As you release to stand, keep the big toe imprinted into the mat. Keep control. Notice if you want to roll onto your pinky toes and then really make sure you're grounding into the big toe to control that. 2 more. Sit back with the hips, less pressure in the knees. Hold that last one. Stay there. Squeeze your ball to your max. And 10 pulses tighter, further keeping those heels off the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, hold it there. Sit back into it. Keep the heels up. 3, 2, 1. And release it up. Drop those heels down. Shake it out. Good, 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 good. Take that ball, place it in between your heels in a V position. Draw in those inner thighs, in and up. Squeeze your heels into the ball. And we're going to lift those heels up and down. Just a little lift. Just to target the midline connection through the legs. Notice how you press your way through your feet through this position now. That's more of a V. Little lift. Don't worry about the height. Tuck in the pelvic floor, lengthen the tailbone down. 5 more. And release it. Good, 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 good. Shake it out. Wiggle those toes. Just something fun to throw in there. Step your left foot forward and your right leg back. This is something I actually learned in a Tai Chi class, but you'll be amazed how tight the Achilles tendons can be. So what I want you to try to do is feel a flow that you can create through your body that you can move. So with your one leg forward, your other leg behind you slightly turned out. Bend into the front knee, maintaining a straight back leg. And then change it. Bend into the back leg, keeping a straight front leg. And then alternate. So one leg's got to be straight and one leg has got to be bent. And then allow your arms to become ragdoll arms. And feel if you can find the flow of the movement. Be aware, sometimes it feels like you're doing, you're not quite. But you really want to just keep one leg straight, one leg bent. Good, just loosen up to it. And good, let's try it on the other side. So stepping one foot forward, one slightly turned back. Bending into one leg as the other, remain straight, and then change and reverse. Without lifting the back foot off of the mat. And you notice, probably feels a little bit different on the other side. But make sure as one bends, one locks straight. Ragdoll arms, just float and flow with the movement. This movement is done to help promote balance of energy in the body, which is pretty cool. You'll feel how it may feel a bit awkward on one side. This side could get into a little bit more balance. Good. 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. Okay. Let's go into some abdominals now. So we're going to take it down to the mat. And we're going to lay ourselves into a tabletop position. So placing your head and spine on the mat. If you want a cushion or a little bit of elevation under your head because of neck and shoulders as you move into your abdominals, please put your little cushion there, no problem. Keeping the hips nice and level in a neutral position. Now you lift one leg at a time into that tabletop. Placing your ball between your knees, you're feeling that you leveled out through your hips and pelvis. Flatten those shoulder blades, open the collarbones, and then interlace your fingers behind your head. I want you to hover your elbows up, make sure your ankles are in line with your knees in a nice 90 degree. Your knees are on top of your hips. Hovering your elbows just into the peripheral view of your eyes. Stabilizing the neck joint. Take a deep breath in as you imprint your spine into the mat. Exhale, lift the chest, hinge at the ribcage, and inhale back down. Exhale. Breathe in to lower and lift. So just really find that you can remain anchored, balanced, and steady through a chest lift. Tabletop chest lifts become a lot more challenging. Good. Now I want you to start squeezing your ball with that chest lift. Exhale, up and squeeze. Make the connection. Inhale, release. Exhale, up, squeeze, and lower control. Gently down. Exhale, up to squeeze, and lower. 5 more. Exhale, lift. Relax the neck, relax the face, and shoulders up off that mat. 1 more. Chest comes up, hold it there. Reach the arms alongside the body. Keep the shoulders hovering up, staying out of the neck, staying out of the face. Lift a little bit higher. Squeeze the ball a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower yourself back down. Release your arms overhead and place your tabletop legs down for breathe out. Beautiful stuff. Open up those arms into a lovely T position here. Flatten out the shoulder blades. And then again, with that neutral level pelvis, sweep your legs up into that tabletop position. I want you to just hold tabletop, draw your navel in even deeper, imprint your lower back even more, and squeeze your ball. Gently release. Exhale, squeeze. We're just doing 5 squeezes. Exhale, squeeze. You can also use a yoga block. And 1 more time, exhale, squeeze into your ball or your pillow or whatever you're using. And now we're going to just go into that supine twist. So keeping your shoulder blades anchored on the mat. You're going to start tilting the pelvis side to side. But very important, look at your knees. Your legs have got to stay the same length next to one another. Don't allow them to brush past one another, so that you can feel you're really lifting up from the hip and pelvis to rotate. As you keep your shoulder blades anchored, you could even get a little kick in the spine. You're going to tilt as far as you can keep yourself anchored on the mat through your upper back. You're going to tilt as far as you can maintain, keeping both the thighs the same length, reaching out. This time, let's extend the legs. So as you tilt, pause, extend your legs, squeeze the ball, and bend the knees, return to center. Over again, inhale, extend the legs, squeeze that ball, draw the shoulder blade down, bend and pull back. 1 more each side, over, inhale, extend the legs, squeeze into that ball. Bend the knees, keep squeezing, pull back to center. 1 more, inhale, tilt the pelvis, extend the knees, squeeze the ball. Bend the knees, exhale, pull back to center. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hug your knees to your chest and just give yourself a gentle rock side to side. Good. From there, I want you to take your ball and I want you to place your ball or your foam roller, whatever you're using, and I want you to place it to your mid and upper spine. Okay? Interlace your fingers behind your head. Imagine this. You want to get the feel as if you're on the barrels. As if you're laying on the barrel. What do we do? Our chest lift sitting on the barrel. Same sort of thing, but you're imitating it with this prop. Okay. So, you're going to feel there's already a bit of abdominal tension in order to just keep your chest hovering. What I want you to think of, rather than collapsing on the ball, is lifting your body weight. So trying to use the ball as support, but to try and lift to make yourself as light as possible on that ball that you're using, okay? So, head to hands. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, chest up. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, chest. So it's very easy to have what you're using in the wrong place and then completely miss the firing of the abdominals. Or you can get it exactly in the right spot that after the first rep, you're really shaking. Like me, I'm trembling, my abdominals have tremors when I lift up. Shoo. Exhale, up. Stay nice and light on that ball. Chest up. 2 more, exhale, up. 1 more, chest up, hold it there, reach those arms and pulse up just to create a little bit more light lifting off of that ball. Feeling into those abdominals and just let them burn. They're red muscle fibers, they can take it, they can take it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interlace the fingers behind the head, support yourself and lower your vertebrae down one at a time until you can possibly land your head on the mat, making sure that the ball is in a position that expands and opens your chest up to get that extension happening, that opening through the rib cage. Just take a deep inhale here. Good. I want you to place your feet together and allow your knees to open up into this position, this butterfly position. Feel that you can relax your hips and let them go. Just take a few more inhales, nice and wide into this position. If you've got that strength, do a few more. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Lift your chest up in this position. Keeping the chest lifted, you're going to rotate slightly side to side. See that your hips are not moving, that you're engaging your glutes in such a way that your pelvis and hips are remaining stable, and you're isolating that twist and rotation of your upper spine, neck and face resting in your hands. 2 more. Center it and release it back up and over that ball. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Drawing the inhale up all the way through to the top of the spine, to the crown of your head. And exhale. 1 more of those deep ones. Inhale from the base. Draw it up through your spine. Open your ribs and then open them a little bit wider, even more than what you thought you could. Expand them too. Hold it at the top as you stretch a little bit wider. And exhale. Relax into the position. Well done. Joining your knees together, supporting yourself up, taking that cup out from under. Placing yourself back down into your laying down position. We're going to put the ball in between our ankles. I want you to create a V position of your feet on the ball. So you're imitating the frog. And I want you to think of just when we do this on the reformer. Exactly the same, okay? No different. It all starts on the mat. So hands at your side, feet are in a flexed position. Your legs are in tabletop. Square them off. Take a deep breath in, keeping your imprinted spine. Exhale, extend your legs to 45, keeping your spine imprinted. Squeeze into the ball with stability, and then bend, release back to tabletop. If this is really tough, you can extend the legs a bit higher, and then bend, release. If you're looking for more challenge, further away from you, lower down. But listen to your body. Exhale, squeeze. Try to keep steady when you squeeze. Controlling it, exhale. Even wrapping up a towel will work to imitate this in place of a ball if you don't have one. Find the work through the legs. Find the inner thigh connection holding you with stability. That the ball's not sliding around between your feet, you've got focus. 5 more, exhale, extend. Connect those ribs a little deeper. 2 more, exhale, squeeze. 1 more, exhale, squeeze. And release. Hug your knees to your thighs. Just as we do on the reformer, we're going into co-order, right? Take a breath, legs in tabletop, arms up overhead, reach. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we lift the arms, we lift the head and chest as we extend the knees, squeeze the ball in the chest lift. Inhale, bend the knees, release it back down. That's one. Exhale, finding that upper and lower body connection. Release, exhale, two. Strong arms, reaching through your fingertips with energy. And release, flex those feet. Exhale. And release, exhale, lift it up. Inhale, three more. Last two, staying out of the neck, keeping the load in the abdominals. One more. Squeeze that ball and gently bring those knees, lower the chest back down. Hug your knees, have a little breather. Nearly there. Extending your legs away from you, I want you to point and flex while squeezing the ball. Keep your back imprinted. You want to hold for a little bit of support, put your hands on your thighs. You want more challenge, let go, lowering the legs a bit more. Move through the ankles and then just rotate into some circles. Good. And then lifting your legs up perpendicular now. So if you need those hands to help you do so. I want your legs straight up on top of your hips. Squeeze into that ball a little bit more. And let's go into some circles. So just tiny circles, the longest legs you've got. Stretch them out. Feel your inner thighs working as you try to keep your legs straight and as you make connection with your ball. Circling through a deep abdominal here. Good, now let's reverse direction. Circle it. Just around the lower back and tailbone. Keeping those legs long. Use your abdominals to circle around and lift. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, hug them to the chest. Good. And then release the legs down. Straighten them. Squeeze the ball as you find your inner thighs. Point your toes. Lengthen your arms up overhead. We're going into roll-ups, everybody. Hello, Pilates. Inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, roll up, round spine, C-curve, stretch. Inhale, exhale, soft shoulders, tuck and roll it back gently. Again, inhale, head and shoulders connected, neck staying out of any tension. Stretch forward, inhale, exhale, tuck and roll it down. And again, head and chest up, squeeze, and roll forward. And tuck to go down. Head and chest. Keep the spine round as you roll up. You're going to that flat back. Tuck and slow it down. 2 more. Slower is better. It's more challenging. 1 more, we're going to stay seated on this one. Stretching forward. And then grab your ball, release up to a seated position. Now here, if your flexibility is a little bit challenging, then I want you to just prop yourself up on a cushion, okay? Sitting up nice and tall, also you can bend the knees to modify in order to keep your spine up nice and flat, nice and straight. Okay? If you can keep the legs straight and still have that flat back, woohoo, keep doing that. So, holding the ball to the head in the curve of the lower back. the upper back in your neck. Elbows wide, sit tall, lift your chest, flex your feet, pinning your legs together. Grow a little bit taller, soften your shoulders, and exhale, rotate the torso into your spine twist. 2 pulses, inhale, center. Exhale, rotate, twist, 2 pulses, inhale, center. Look at the legs that they're not sliding, they're not moving, feet are glued together, and legs remain equally length through your rotation. Every twist, I want you to lift up a bit taller through your crown center. Make sure you're not tucking your tailbone and slouching down in your lower back. You're actually really lifting up through the height of the spine. Finding that mobility. 1 more each side. Inhale, twist to rotate. And center release. Lift your arms up. Keep flexing your feet. Exhale, hinge forward and reach for that forward fold stretch. You can get the ball or the roller or the prop that you're using over and behind your feet, or maybe just grip the pinky toes, or grab the shins wherever you're at. Tucking your belly, roll up, restacking the spine. Scoop the ball up, inhale as you lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold again a little bit further. I want you to think of lifting your hips up and out of the, lifting your spine up and out of the hips and pelvis, lengthening it over in this forward fold, scooping the belly, round up, scooping the ball, lift the chest, inhale, and a little bit longer, a little bit further, stretch as you forward fold. Again, tucking the navel, restack the spine, scooping the ball, inhale, up with the chest, exhale, fold. And if you're going past that prop and you feel yourself warming up, then get the hands past, see if you can get any part of the wrists and shins to the feet, or past the feet. 1 more, tuck in the belly, scoop, round, roll, lift up your ball, lift up your chest. And exhale, folding over. See how you've loosened up, how you've lengthened already, and how much further you can reach in this 4, 5, 4, 4 fold. Good, and then roll it back up. Opening up your foot position, flex into your feet. Sit up nice and tall, keep your chest lifted. Hold the ball as you sit back against that imaginary wall, and we're going to peel the spine off of that imaginary wall, 1 vertebra at a time in the spine stretch. So inhale, nod your chin, tuck, exhale, 1 vertebra at a time, peel it off the wall. Reaching as far as you can, inhale, and then tuck the navel and restack your spine to that wall. Again, first the head, then the upper spine, then the mid spine, then the lower spine. Reach, breathe in, exhale, tuck and restack. 1 more time, inhale. Nod the chin, upper spine, mid back, lower, reach. Inhale, pause. Exhale, tuck and restack as you roll back up. Good. Alrighty. Bend those knees. It's going to a little bit of full body integration here. So I want you to put the ball between your knees. Fingertips are facing forward or to the sides. Ideally, you want the fingers forward, but do what your wrists feel comfortable with this evening, okay? Inhale, you're going to roll those shoulders back, opening your fingertips wide. Pressing equally through your hands, tucking your navel, tilt the hips and pelvis. As you roll them up, squeeze your ball. Take your eye line back slightly, opening your chest, opening your shoulders. See if you can lift your hips a little bit higher. Squeeze the ball and hold it there. Chest up and open. Squeeze the glutes, keep lifting as high as you can. 5, 4, 3, and gently, slowly lower it down. Good, give yourself a little release. And let's do it one more time. Open up the fingertips. Equally press through thumbs and pinkies. Roll the shoulders back and let your ball breathe in as you pick your chest up. Tuck in that navel, tilt the pelvis, hips up, squeeze the glutes, open those shoulders, adjust the head and eye back slightly, lift a bit higher, squeeze a bit more, connect through your fingertips, squeeze your glutes, make sure they're engaged here, they're really helping and supporting, lift your hips up, and slowly lower down. Good, good, good. Going into the full back support position, lower the ball down in between your ankles and feet, loosen those joints and wrists. If this is a bit much, just stick to the previous one that we did. Okay. So inhale, shoulders back, chest up, opening the fingertips wide, connecting through the palms, tucking the pelvis, lift the hips up as you try and draw your toes down. See where you're at. Squeeze those glutes, pick the hips up a bit higher. Adjust your eye line, push up and out of the chest and shoulders. Squeeze the glutes more, tuck in the navel. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release it down and let the floor go forward fold. Good. Rolling that up, interlace your fingers behind your back, stretch into your elbows, lift your chest, lengthen the back of your neck, and then just let go and roll those shoulders. Good, good, good. Okay, lay yourself back down, take your roller, your ball, your cushion, lift your hips and just place it at the tailbone. Just at the base of the spine, okay? It should be in quite a nice, comfortable spot. There shouldn't be any kind of strainy feeling of where you're situating. It's just at the tip of the tailbone and the coccyx and the base of the lower spine, okay? So what I want you to do is the same concept. I want you to think of allowing the ball to support you, but also just lifting a little bit of weight off the ball, being nice and light on the ball. Because if you're using a ball especially, it's going to challenge the stability of the pelvis even more, which is great. So really keep nice and level on the ball. If there was a teacup on your pelvis, you'd try and maintain stability in order to not let the water slip out the teacup. So keeping that nice level pelvis. I want you to tuck in a little bit deeper pelvic floor, lifting your pubic bone already so you can feel you become a little bit lighter on that ball, on that foam roller. And then you're going to lift one leg up into tabletop. And then you're going to extend that leg and flex the foot, really straight leg, light on the ball, super light. So your bent leg is stabilizing to lift you a little bit off that ball. Point the toe down, inhale, flex the leg up. Point and flex. If you want to make this more challenging, try to keep very minimal weight on the ball. So nice and light. Level hips and pelvis. Move through the foot flexing and pointing. And through the hips, you've got to stay level in the hips. Through the movement. Strong straight leg, connecting your hip flexors to your core, your thigh muscles to your core, and your stabilizing muscles in your hamstring and glutes on the other side. 2 more. Last one. Tabletop, place it down, nothing changes with weight and stability of pelvis on the ball. Other side, tabletop. Find your control. Lengthen your leg, flex your foot. Stretch and lengthen that leg out of the hip socket. Point the toes. Flex the foot, stretch the hamstring to left. Exhale, inhale, keeping it level. Keep being mindful of your hips and pelvis staying level. Feel how you really got to activate that stabilizing side through this movement. Keeping yourself light on the ball, and you're really going to find the depth through this. 2 more. 1 more. Up. Release to tabletop. Land it down. Neutral hips and pelvis. And then lift yourself up. Place yourself back down onto your mat. Excellent, everybody. Okay, turning onto your hands and knees for this one. Another full body integration. So just in that square 4-point position, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Hips are over the knees. We're opening the fingertips. We're not hanging in the shoulder. We're lifting up and connecting our abdominals. I want you to take the ball to your left hand. Feel that you're still staying level through the shoulders, not dipping and twisting. I want you to extend your right leg long, tuck those toes, and then extend your left arm long. Keep the space between your left shoulder and your left elbow. When you're ready, you're going to lift that right leg up, squeezing your right glute. Pressing through your right hand, staying square in your center. Tuck your abdominals in a little bit more as you squeeze your right glutes a little bit more. And then press your left hand into the ball as you pulse your right leg up. Not because your spine's moving, but because you're engaging your glute, you're connecting through your glute to extend the hip. With stability. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull that kneecap down. 1. Lifting left arm with balance and control when you feel ready. Lift your chest away from that right hand. Squeeze that right glute. And then slowly release the hand and foot down. Draw that right knee in. Place your right hand onto the ball slightly ahead of the left hand. Extend your left leg long. Level abdominals. Don't sink into the shoulders. Pick up the chest. Open up the fingertips. Squeezing your left glute. Draw the leg up, nice and long. Connecting your abdominals nice and deep. Pressing your right hand into the ball. Staying centered with stability. You're going to start kicking that left leg up. Left leg up. Notice how you're going to want to externally rotate. You're going to want to turn that knee out. But don't. I want you to try and engage that inner thigh. Wrap the knee down, and this just changes how you're working into the glute. So we're getting activation in the parts we don't always resort to using. Keep the ribs and pelvis lifted. 3, 2, holding it on 1, nice and long. When you're ready, lift up your right arm, find the balance, lift the chest, strengthen, stabilizing your left arm and shoulder. Maintaining space between your right shoulder and your right heel. Check that you are still square in the mind. And then release it down. Gently bring that knee in. Excellent. Well done. All right. From there, we are going to go into a little arm series with the ball. So just taking a seat. Taking a seat is going to be probably a nice little stretch. I'm going to challenge you to make it a little bit deeper today. Just place one ankle on one knee, okay? And in that position, place your hands to the ball, relax your shoulders, sit up nice and tall. So you're getting a glute stretch while we do some arms and pecs. Elbows up, but relax your shoulders. You're going to squeeze and press into the ball, or press into your cushion or your towels. So you feel that you're using the bicep and the hip. Okay, connecting through this muscle. So important, these muscles. Connecting to collarbones, shoulders. Trying to really disconnect the upper tracts with no shrugging up. the shoulders. Good. Try and pop that ball pressing from those pecs. Good. Lift your arms up. Drop those elbows and the ball behind your head and squeeze from behind. Try to relax your shoulders as you squeeze. Exhale. Exhale. Good. Lift up. Ball behind you. Long arms. Exhale. Squeeze. If you need to bend your elbows, that's fine. Just try and squeeze the ball behind you. Notice how challenging that actually is. Try to keep your spine upright, uplifted. 2 more, and 1. Release it. Good. Change legs now. Other leg, ankle to the knee. Find that stretch. Okay. Ball in between the forearms. Trying to move through the fingertips and the forearm as one unit. You don't want to touch the fingers and the elbows far apart. Good. Squeeze your max. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold number 1. Hold it there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on, you can do it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5. And release it. Good, good, good. Hand to the mat. Roll up and over. And change. And release it. Good. Unpack those legs. Let's go into a sideline position. So I want you to take your ball or your cushion and just pop it under your ribcage. Straighten the legs long. And then onto your elbows. This is a phase 2. So from that laying down side of position, we now move up onto the elbow, which makes it a lot more difficult and goes from easy to hard quite quickly. So I want you to keep your ribs, instead of hanging down on the ball, I want you to think of lifting up nice and light, creating more of a lying position. Again, you squeeze on that hip bone, so it's can be quite sore if you don't have a thick enough mat. Just make sure you're comfortable there on that one. And then this elbow, you're drawing up and in as your shoulder lengthens here. You don't want to be hanging into that shoulder. So you're going to draw down and stabilize, hands to your head, creating this position rather than that. Okay. If this is super duper balance strong, you can just pick the feet up and take them to the front corner slightly. The spine is still in a straight line. So I want you to lift your top leg up, and you're going to kick it forward, flexing the foot for 2 pulses. Inhale, point the toes, drawing the leg back, getting a nice glute squeeze and a stretch of the hip. Exhale, forward, 2 pulses. Inhale, back and lengthen. There's going to be this movement through the spine, but you're controlling it as best you can. Let's go. Think of the neck, think of the shoulder. So you're not collapsing. Really anchoring that bottom foot. 1 more. Good. And bring it to center. Bend your knees slightly, lift yourself up, take the ball into the hand that's closer to the feet. Okay, we're going into side bend. So stack your wrist under your shoulder, nice and strong here. Modification, you can do it on the forearm. The flow isn't that great, but it'll be like easier version. Just try and lift and hold your body weight. Okay, so in this position, I want you to lift your knee up, leg that's in front, hook the feet behind the ankle. Take a deep breath in, and then stretch the legs up and over into a side bend, so arcing the body into a C-shaped curve. And then controlling it down, release. This is shoulder work, so be easy, okay? Otherwise, just modify it. You can always go into the forearm, lift and lower, all right? Let's go 3 more. Exhale. And inhale, landing light, control. 2 more. And inhale down. 1 more, exhale up. Good, and release gently. Swing those legs around, over to the other side, placing the ball just the side of the ribs. Connect the legs, elbow in position, lifting up the rib cage, drawing shoulder down, stabilizing hands to head, legs slightly forward if need be. All right, picking up that top leg, flex forward, 2 pulses. Inhale, point and draw back. Exhale. Control that movement through the spine as best you can so you get the glutes activating and the hips stretching. Think of your shoulder blades melting down your spine. Think of your neckline staying nice and long, aligned with your spine. 2 more. And last one, exhale. Inhale, nice and long, and release it down. Lifting yourself up, bending that back knee, top, front leg, put that as toes behind the ankle and the knee that's lifted. And then shoulders going to be square over that wrist again in position, okay? Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lifting up through the hips, into that side bend, arcing the body, hips as high as can be. Push your hand into the mat, lifting your body away from it. Release it down gently and slowly. Again, exhale up. And inhale. Exhale, press it up and over in those 2 imaginary glass plates. Slowly and gently, 1 more, we go. And bring it down, nice and slow. From here, I want you to roll onto your tummy, putting the ball or the roller up above you overhead, placing the heels of your hands onto the ball or the roller, open up the legs a little bit down, the heels drop comfortably. Soften the shoulders, tucking the navel, and a gentle tilt of pubic bone into the mat. Start with just shrugging the shoulders up and down so you can feel that is a separate movement to the actual trunk, spine, torso, moving and lifting up. So plug the arms into the shoulder sockets and then inhale, lift up through your upper back. You'll feel you don't have to lift up high, you keep your ribs connected to the mat and target the activation of the upper back muscles to lift you up. No wrinkles through the neck, you're stretching and lengthening between neck and shoulders, ears and shoulders, and release it down, exhale. Inhale, back in and up, exhale, release. So just gentle back extension, rolling the hands and fingertips onto the ball. Inhale, up, gently press into the ball, shoulders back. Inhale, lift, and release. 2 more, up. 1 more, hold this one here. Feel that your hands can be light on the ball because your upper back's holding you, lifting you up. Tucking in your pelvic floor for support. See if the upper back muscles can maybe lift you a bit higher. And then gently release yourself, slowly back down. Good, good, good. Release the ball. Open your arms into a T position. Bring the legs back closer together. Allow your head to drop to one side. Okay, so if you're looking to the right side now, you're going to pick the right leg up. If you're looking to the left, you're going to pick the left leg up. Okay. So I'm looking to the right now, so I'm picking my right leg up and I'm lifting it and I'm opening up my hip, trying to let my toe touch the floor behind me. As I do this, I lift my knee up nice and high and I roll more onto my side that I can maybe possibly lift my arm up, open up my whole spine, open up the whole front line of the body. Pick that knee up and then exhale, hand down, roll back onto the front body, place the leg down, turning the head to the other side. Left side now, picking the leg up, picking the knee and thigh up, rolling, opening up the hip, lifting the knee a bit higher and landing the toes close to the floor, on the floor, above the floor. Rolling more onto the side and then lifting my arm up, maybe depending, see how you feel. Knee up high, arm open wide, deep breath in. Exhale, releasing arm down, rolling back onto torso and placing the leg down. Bringing your hands to your center, pushing up and back into a rest position. Take a deep breath in, and then just tuck your toes, push yourself into upside down V, hold that, stretch. And then just slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Let your head, neck, shoulders go. Tuck your navel, roll your spine all the way back up to standing position. One big full roll down to finish it off with grace, everybody. Inhale, lift up those arms, expand, opening up the chest, drag your chin, roll it down softly, gently. Then we'll go, leave it on the mat and take your final inhale. Exhale, connect into your abdominals and roll back up, screw and roll all the way up, back to the top. Well done. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Well done for showing